Hello, my beautiful souls. I am the Awakened Dreamer, and I'm here to give you a daily tarot reading for today, October the 12th. I almost forgot what day it was. And I do want to take this moment to thank all of my new and returning subscribers. Welcome, everybody. And if you haven't yet, please do make sure to hit that subscribe button for me. And I more than appreciate all of your likes, shares, and comments. So head on down below and do just that. And I, of course, meditated on the overall energy for the day for the collective before beginning. And the message that came through was, if you only knew. If you only knew. And I feel like today is going to be a calm and a bit of a delicate day. It feels like your emotional state could be delicate, as well as just the feeling in the air. You may be feeling a bit burnt out today. But let's get started by pulling a message or two from the Spirit of the Animal Oracle deck. What do we have for the collective to begin today's daily read? Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, the way that just popped out was a bit startling. First off, we have Penguin, authentic. Love it. I love penguins, as you probably already know. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. I had to start this reading over because of background noises, but in the first attempt, I started talking about the beginning of the day feeling a bit pressured. You putting pressure on yourself or feeling judged from others. And this is reminding you to let go of expectations or how other people view you and just be who you truly are. Essentially, screw what people think or say. And it feels like you have some unspoken feelings about a situation or somebody, and it just may feel impossible to voice them. Interesting that it says family gives you strength when you face the storm. And then next we have Butterfly Rebirth. You can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. If you feel like this step in your journey isn't ideal, try to love it either way. Try to adjust your perspective and view it as a stepping stone. And I feel like it's a day of growth and change. I feel like a lot of us will have to look within and adjust a few things in order to feel better about where we are. Let's continue. I want to pull 4 tarot cards for the day. Let's do some shuffling. One more shuffle for us. I feel like certain situation is making you feel very kind of dead inside. But you just feel like you need to look to the future. You need to keep focusing on what's ahead so that you don't give up in a sense. Alrighty. Alrighty, Spirit, what do we have for today to continue this read? It's easy. You want me to just pull the last 2 from the top? Okay, I'm not surprised. The High Priestess in reverse to start. I feel like, for the most part, we are individually starting our day feeling like we have a lack of power, a lack of freedom, maybe. It may feel like you don't have a lot of control over your situation. Trying to flip this back in an upright position and stand/sit in your power again. It may feel like it's really difficult or just impossible to do. to start off the day in your current situation. Part of this feeling may come from some of the changes that you're going through. You may feel like you're at an in-between stage in your life, a stepping stone, if you will. It may feel very difficult to balance things out for yourself as the day begins. These star cards move right along to the second card. I feel like you have a lot of healing to do. I do feel like some of you, the last couple of days, have been a bit emotional, maybe in your head. It does feel like it's some unavoidable healing that needs to be done to wrap up the second half, wrap up the first half of the day. And I'm hearing you're a star. I feel like you're doubting yourself today or maybe recently. And they're saying you are a star. You're authentic in who you are. When you're authentic, you're a star. When you try to feed into other people's opinions or judgments or pressures, that's when you start to slip away from being the star that you truly are. And when you're in the right mindset, when you block out negativities or things that make you feel negative or less of yourself, you light up a room like a star. Interesting. And it feels like what dims that light within, I feel like, is truly connected to the overall message of if you only knew. Because I do feel like part of holding in those feelings about a situation or people, it sort of puts out that fire within, interestingly enough. And then we have the Hangman to move right along to the third card. When the second half of the day starts, I feel like you're going to need to adjust your perspective. It's going to be very hard to do so on a situation, but you need to. You need to take a step back and remember that this is happening for a reason. Everything does. You can accomplish so much in whatever situation you're in, but it feels like your mental state these days is getting in the way. You're allowing certain external situations or people to seep in and affect that mental state. And I mean, it doesn't surprise me that the day ends with the Five of Cups, which is all about focusing on what's gone, focusing on the past. It may not be necessarily a situation like the Queen of Swords that was cut out of your life or a Tower moment, but it could simply be you can't let go of a small situation, a small conversation or a small issue. And I'm hearing just let it go. Do yourself a favor, especially when you're trying to wrap up the day or maybe have a little bit of downtime at the end of your day, to let go of everything that's, happened up until that point. Why do that to yourself? But it may feel difficult in that downtime to clear your mind or to keep it simplified, to keep it simple. And to go back to talk about the aligned cards, we have the High Priestess with the Hangman, and I feel like with what's putting out that fire within, or with what's making you feel like you don't have that sense of power or freedom or independence, adjust your perspective. I feel like for a lot of you, it's temporary. You need to just sort of deal with it for now. And I know that's hard to hear, or you just don't want to hear it, but just cope with it. Once you adjust your perspective, it will be a lot easier to just kind of go with the flow, accept it. And it's interesting because we go from the hanged, or the hanged woman, but I say the hangman, the hanged woman to the Five of Cups. And it's like you adjust your perspective on that, but then you slip into another bad habit, or you slip into that bad habit. So it just feels like a lot of inner work today, a lot of personal development. You may continue to learn or discover more about you from whatever situations you do have to cope with or deal with. And then the second alignment, we have the Star card and the Five of Cups. And I feel like part of what puts that light out, like I was just saying, or makes you feel less of a bright shining star, is your thought processes when you focus on the past. And part of what is no longer in your life, or part of what you're focusing on in that moment, that put out your fire, or that light within. It made you feel like less of who you are. Interesting. And I feel like that's all of which is making you sort of re-examine who's in your life and if it's temporary or not, or what's in your life and if it's temporary or not. It's like this hanged woman / man moment continues into the end of the day, but now you have to step back and readjust your perspective on something else. Try to get into an abundant mindset today. It will help you surpass any sort of obstacles that do come your way. But on that note, my friend, if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to my wonderful channel and head on down below and do like this video and leave me a comment. I want to hear all about your situation, and I hope you have the most amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.